Hello friends, Dr. Nels here, and today we're going to talk to you about going where you're wanted, not just tolerated. Welcome back, friends. We're here to help you in life, leadership, business, and family, building your values and principles so that you can be the best version of you. And as we stated, today we want to talk to you about going where you're wanted, not just tolerated. And as myself and my wife, as we've gone through life and our careers, different scenarios, there's been places we've been wanted, and there's been places where we've either been tolerated or maybe even not wanted. And in our younger versions, in Nels version 1.0, really through probably about 5.0 or 6.0, I would push, being aggressive, trying to go places and do things where maybe I wasn't wanted. And in some of those instances, they would let me in. And as I went about doing my thing, whether consulting, coaching, whatever it might be, both parties would figure out maybe I wasn't wanted, and to the point where you're not tolerated and maybe things need to change, right? So as I went on about my career and I became more comfortable with who I was and how things were to go, and I leaned into my faith more rather than just forcing things, I got more comfortable with the statement of, hey, Nels, you need to go where you're wanted, go where you're celebrated. There's some places you're going today that they really don't want you there, maybe not even appreciate you, and they're just tolerating you. And it took me a good 15 years to figure that out, because it's go, be aggressive, we're getting stuff done, we're gaining things, we're gaining clients, all those sort of scenarios. And I was pushing into places I wasn't wanted. And that's okay, that happens. But I learned over time, hey, there are sometimes some necessary endings. Necessary endings can be very hard. They can be very humbling, maybe even humiliating. But as you get older, we start to learn that, hey, it's okay. Maybe we don't need that business. Maybe we don't need to be in that organization. Maybe we don't need to be a part of that, because the two don't see eye to eye and you're not on the same page. Cultures are different, philosophies are different, and there's a necessary ending. And the younger I was, those endings were harder. Today, I'm pretty comfortable with about any ending that happens or may be necessary, because I lean in to my faith and I know that doors will open where I'm wanted, where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. And I think if you all, myself included, can still walk down that road of being humble enough and open enough and willing to just sit back and be patient a little bit more, the right doors will open. We just need some extreme discipline, long discipline and obedience over time, and patience for the right things to happen. We force, and we force some things sometimes, and we weren't meant to be there. So we have to get comfortable with understanding, hey, it's okay. Maybe we're not supposed to be there. Maybe there's a necessary ending so that chapter can close to open doors for you to go where you're wanted. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. You have great things to offer many people around you. You have people waiting for you to shine your light in a massive beacon that turns into hope for many people around you. And it's a very powerful journey if you can get comfortable enough and humble enough to walk that journey. And I'm super proud of myself at this point in time. It's taken a long time, and life events get you there. Some of it takes a high level of patience, because the process and the journey, you're going to have to go through some pain to understand some of this. But I'm planting seeds in your ear of go where you're wanted, go where you're celebrated. Don't go where you're tolerated. Don't go where they're maybe not ready for you. Sometimes they're simply not ready for what maybe you bring to the table. And that's okay. Lean into your faith. Pray for the right doors to close. Pray for the right doors to open. Pray for the right people to come into your life. Pray for the right people to exit your life. There are necessary endings at times, and we pray that you have the wisdom and discernment to understand that, to grow in it, to learn from it, and when to make a necessary ending happen so that you can go on and go places where you're wanted and celebrated. That's what we want for all of you. We're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Click subscribe here if you like this message and content. We'd love to hear from you. Email us with your questions. We'd love to help you there as well. See you next week, friends.